We have some exciting news when it comes to the Galaxy Fold 2 and even more exciting news when it comes to the future for Samsung's chipsets. Finally, possibly challenging Apple's A series lineup for peak performance. We start with Galaxy Fold 2 news though, and we know already from Samsung that this is coming in the summer along with the Note 20 series. They told us that officially, that Note series phones and some more foldables were coming. Well, we now know from a report out of Korea that they've actually started making the parts for the Galaxy Fold 2. Just to remind you of the rumors when it comes to the Galaxy Fold 2, an inner screen of 7.59 inches, doing away with that big notch that took up the screen and having a much smaller hole punch probably. A 120Hz refresh rate apparently for that inner screen as well, and that is a great spec. A big 120Hz display on the Fold 2. The front display also getting bigger at 6.23 inches according to leaks, and that is just another really good upgrade. All of the upgrades coming for the Fold 2 are exactly what we would want. And this news out of Korea says that at least the bigger producers that are producing parts for the Fold 2 will begin production. And that means that even as early as the next few weeks into June, we may actually get some parts leaks of the Galaxy Fold 2 and see what it looks like for real. Also, according to the report, Samsung made an order for UTG, which is their ultra thin glass. This was used for the first time in the Galaxy Z Flip that came out with the S20 series. So it looks like the rumors were correct. They will be using UTG. This supposedly makes the screen stronger, although it's called glass. It really is tiny fragments of glass within the display, and over the top still is plastic. So definitely not a hard display because it still needs to fold. According to this report, also the price for the Galaxy Fold 2, $1,880 in the United States, which, yes, it is expensive. However, it is actually cheaper than the original Galaxy Fold came at, and this again is in line with all the other rumors that we've heard saying that the Galaxy Fold 2 would have a $100 or so discount from the original. And also in the news, we get some fantastic news for Samsung, but not just for Samsung, for the entire Android world. And it comes out of ARM, who make the CPU and GPU designs for Android chipsets. So here we go. Finally, Android chipsets may actually match Apple's A series lineup in peak performance, maximum power, which has always been Apple's thing. They are years ahead of the Android world. That may be changing though. So yesterday, ARM announced some upgrades to its chipset architecture, both for CPU and GPUs, called Cortex A78 and the Mali G78 GPU. These are normal upgrades that you'll get every year and don't offer us too much. Some performance upgrades, some efficiency upgrades, but nothing out of the ordinary. What is out of the ordinary though is a surprise that ARM announced, which is something they called the X1 CPU architecture. According to ARM, X1 is designed for ultimate peak performance, and cutting through all of what they said and all of the jargon, this is a direct attempt to go after what Apple are doing and make one of the CPU cores very, very high powered so you can get that peak performance. Apparently their clients, which are the chip makers and Android brands, want very powerful CPUs to go head to head with Apple, and it looks like ARM are giving it to them. This new X1 CPU architecture can get a 30% performance improvement over the previous generation in 1 year. So huge improvements could be coming to the next gen of Android chipsets. Couple that with the rumors that on the GPU side, Samsung may be using AMD GPUs, which look to outperform Snapdragon GPUs. This means that possibly Samsung are going to have some killer chipsets next year. The Snapdragon 875 in those markets, and the Exynos, not trailing Snapdragon, finally may be just as powerful in all those Exynos markets too, which is definitely a good thing after this year's problems, should we say. But anyway, that is all your tech news for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.